Bloody hell. 52-44 Bath go down at home to Wasps. Crazy game. I don't know what else to call it. It was like 29-24 at halftime. Absolute madness, man. Tries galore, penalties, yellow cards. Didn't have a red card, penalty try. No droppies, but it had virtually everything else. Goodness me, no crowd, which is unfortunate. Man, how good it would have been to have a crowd at this one. Crazy, crazy game. I will go through some of the key events. I'll try to keep it brief. And yeah, some of the stats and whatnot. You guys can let me know your thoughts. I've literally just finished watching it. It was on at a pretty doable time over here in New Zealand, 8:45 in the morning. So get up, have breakfast, sit down and watch some rugby and scribble notes as fast as you can because this game was just non-stop. Once again, man, Bath go into the lead early. I'm not sure about that Wasps grey kit, to be honest. The Super Rugby teams over here in New Zealand flirted with the old grey in their away jerseys for the season just gone, and I wasn't a fan of them either. There's just something about it. Doesn't quite do it for me, but man, I can't argue with the result. But yeah, Bath, they start early, man. Priestland gets the first try in about 2 minutes, virtually from their own 22. I think it's the Granville passes to Mercer. Mercer gets to the Priestland, and Priestland goes over for the try, which he converts. Man, he has a good night with the boot, 7-0. And they kick a penalty on 6 minutes to make it 10-0. Another one 2 minutes later, 13-0. 13-0. What were they up against Leicester last week? Like 14 points? So, yeah, pretty disappointing when you see the final score, given that they had such a good lead early. But, man, I'm not complaining. It was a crazy game. On 13 minutes, Wasps won a scrum penalty. And I wrote the note, will that change the momentum? And apparently the answer is yes, because it leads to a couple of mauls. The second maul gets, the first maul gets penalised by Bath. Yeah, Bath get penalised, and then the second maul gets a yellow card and a penalty try. So it's the worst possible result for Bath. Yules goes off. It's 13 points to 7. That being said, it doesn't matter that they've got a man down. On 17 minutes, so only a few minutes into the yellow card, Underhill gets a try. Falatau is the first guy to jump on a loose ball. Man, is he back to his career best form? He had a bit of a blinder. Grabs the loose ball, he passes it to Underhill. They do check to see the pass is not forward, it's flat, and suddenly it's 20 points to 7. They've scored 7 points during the yellow card. 2 minutes later, down the other end, Cruz gets the first of his two tries. Odogwu has a line break from a bit of a kick return. He just sees some space and takes it. Cruz has a little bit of a step as well. I think it's Odogwu to Robson. Robson gives it to Cruz. Cruz knows he's not going to have the gas to make it to the try line if he goes with the angle, so he cuts back inside and it works for him. Good feet from the front rower. And it's 20 points to 14. The yellow card is 7 points apiece. Ideally, if you're Wasps, you want to be winning the yellow card period, not drawing it. Bath kick a penalty just before the yellow card is done, actually. So it's 23-14. Bath, with the man down, win the yellow card period, 10 points to 7. They do kick another penalty later, Bath, to make it 26-14. Wasps get one back to make it 26-17. Gopeth has to come on for the Bourgeois at one point because he's injured. So Gopeth played a few more minutes than he would have expected. Bath's turn to win a scrum penalty on 35 minutes. It was on a Wasps feed, so good effort from the Bath front rowers. They kicked the penalty to make it 29-17. And they seem to be just stepping away every time Wasps get a bit closer, right? Bath, good lead, Wasps try, Bath try, Wasps try, Bath penalty, Wasps penalty, Bath penalty. It's just like they're able to maintain that kind of step ahead. Stewart gives away a penalty at one point on 37 minutes. It's a bit of a silly one because he's just backing up like a truck. It's almost like you can hear that beeping sound as he beep, 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 backs up into obstruct one of the Wasps runners. It was pretty obvious, man. A bit of a silly one. And they go for touch, Wasps. They get another penalty. They tap it and go. And they get a try a few phases later. It's Shields. He goes over. He'd just come on as well. On for Rowlands, I think. So another early start for a couple of the Wasps guys from the bench. 29-24. So, yeah, in terms of Bath's review. That'll be one that looks back, when they look back at it, it'll be pretty costly. Halftime stats, 46-54 is the possession in Wasps' favour. Likewise, the territory run meters, 168 to 102. Clean breaks, 4-2 in Bath's favour. Second half, though, Cruz gets another one. Bloody madness, man. It's the bonus point try just in the start of the second half. Good reactions from him, 31-29, so they go into the lead. But then Redpath gets one. Honestly, this game just does not stop. He goes over in the corner to make it 36-31. Again, there's good conversions. Then there's another one virtually straight after from Odogwu. A nice inside ball from Cruz. He was everywhere. I don't actually see who got man of the match. Either Odogwu or Cruz, I would have imagined. Maybe Launchbury as well, because he was doing more of the tough stuff rather than just the flashy stuff. But yeah, he beats Underhill. Does old Odogwu. Was a bit of poor defense from Bath overall. 38-36 to Wasps. Watson puts in a good try saver for Bath on 53 minutes, but Wasps get a penalty. They get a 5-metre maul, which gets going, and eventually they spin it out wide with advantage to Odogwu on the right wing, 45-36, and at that point, it's looking pretty dodgy for Bath. Priestland goes off for an HIA on 58, doesn't come back. He fails his HIA pretty quickly, so with the way he was kicking, I was thinking, man, it's gonna be tough for them, because he had accumulated a ton of points from his penalties. I think he kicks 5 of those 6. So, and he was kicking the conversions from everywhere as well. 62, Bath have a TMO check for an on-field no try, and the TMO also says no try, back for a penalty. And then Bath mess up the line out with their second chance at it. And I was kind of at that point thinking maybe Wasps should be yellow carded because they were conceding a few, but they got away with it. Falatau on 68 had a really good pass again on the ground. Passes it to McConaughey, who gets loose. Odogwu was chasing him down. He flicks it to Mercer, but it ends up going way too big. Goes into touch, so another missed chance. Spencer, though, kicks a penalty on 70 to make it 39-45. So back within striking distance. But it's Wasps who get the try through Bassett on 73. That's the moment the game was really done and dusted. Big cross kick from Umanga, 52-39. There was no real winning it from there. But Willis gets a yellow card at the end. So Bath get the bonus point try through Stuke on 85 minutes. It's like just one of those ones that's a metre out. He powers over after a few phases. But unfortunately, they missed the conversion. So it finishes 52-44. No losing bonus point for Bath, but they do get the 4-try bonus point. Goodness me, what a bloody game. Cracking stuff. You should definitely go back and watch this if you haven't seen it. Even if you know the result, it's definitely worth watching. It's just like literally try after try after try. What's funny is, though, when you read the stats, like possession 50-50, territory 52-48. My kids are also excited. They must be watching the game in the other room. I don't know. Penalties conceded 16 by Wasps, only 8 by Bath. And you look at the tackling percentage, you're like 88 Bath, 91 Wasps, and yet these teams have conceded 96 points in total. It's one of those ones where the stats kind of doesn't tell the story, but what does tell the story is clean breaks. It's 14 clean breaks in this game, which is a lot. So some of these points are scored from times when there was no tackle even on offer. There was no tackle to be missed because the break was clean. Defenders beaten is 13-16 in Wasps' favour. That's about normal, but clean breaks 14 in a game is pretty bloody high. So Odogwu's got how many of those? 4 clean breaks for Odogwu. 5 defenders beaten, 136 run meters. Like I said, man, he was immense. Yules, Urbano, and Dunn all have 14 tackles for Bath, but Launchbury had 15 for Wasps. Jonathan Joseph was probably pretty quiet, but like I said, Falatau was showing some pretty silky skills. Yeah, man. Crazy game. Definitely worth a watch. Bath will be pretty gutted. It's another week where they've let a lead slip. Both sides defensive will be pretty concerned with how things went. Bath had some more chances as well. If they'd converted them, they could have been within a chance, but not to be. And maybe some silly penalties conceded. But anyway, certainly an entertaining start to my Saturday morning over here. And if you guys are in lockdown in the UK, hopefully that brought a small basis. Even if you're a Bath fan, you maybe enjoyed that one in terms of the spectacle. Certainly one for the neutrals, not so much for the defence coaches. Bath have got Bristol away next week, so it doesn't get any easier, whereas Wasps will host Harlequins. Should be interesting. But yeah, you guys let me know your thoughts on the game. Key moments. Do you think Bath should have held on to that lead? Penalty try fair? Should Wasps have had a yellow card earlier than they did? You guys have any thoughts? I'll talk to you again soon. See you later.